The first thing you need to understand is what DHT is and why it causes hair loss. DHT, also known as dihydrotestosterone, is what's called an androgen steroid hormone, and it's found inside your body. Specifically, DHT is made when your body metabolizes your testosterone. In other words, DHT is what happens when the body takes normal testosterone and then turns it into this steroid hormone. Now, having a little DHT in your body is okay, but as you get older, your body begins to transform more and more of your testosterone into the steroid. Not only does that lead to lower testosterone levels, and the weight loss, lower sex drive, constant fatigue, and hormonal imbalance that goes along with it, and an enlarged prostate gland, which can turn cancerous, it also leads to rapidly accelerating hair loss. Here's why. Usually, you grow and keep every single new hair on your head for a period of between 3 and 6 years. And once each of the hairs on your scalp reaches the end of the growth cycle, it falls out and is replaced by a new, healthier hair. As more and more DHT enters your bloodstream, however, this poisonous steroid begins to make its way inside the papilla, the part of your hair follicle responsible for growing new hair. The DHT then clogs up the papilla, which blocks it from growing new hairs. So when old hairs fall out, there aren't any new hairs to replace them. Over time, that leads to balding. And it's also why your bald spot continues to grow. Because as more and more hairs are being shed without being replaced, more and more of your scalp becomes visible, and your bald spot increases in size. Makes sense, right? 1. Your body produces more DHT as you get older. 2. DHT stops new hairs from growing. 3. So when the hair you have on your head falls out, there's nothing to replace it with. And 4. As a result, you go increasingly bald. And like I mentioned already, everything I've just shared with you is backed up by high-level scientific research from some of the most prestigious universities and medical associations in the world. Well, that answered some of my questions, but it led to an even larger and more important question. How do you stop your body from turning testosterone into DHT? Because what I realized was that if we could stop this process, then we could also stop hair loss and even begin to grow new healthy hairs again. And so I began poring over literally thousands of scientific studies, journal articles, and published research findings. It was actually pretty slow going at first because while there were dozens of studies on DHT and hair loss, there were far fewer about how to actually stop DHT